All right, welcome in everybody. It is the Friday episode of Calling the Shots, coming at you live right at 4:43 on the East Coast. So, with the NBA, I guess you can never have a show too close where you get some debauchery going out like Miles Turner the last time. We streamed 2 hours before first tip, and you still get players that get sit.
The
Um,
man got hurt
but
stepping
that's
on a ball.
that's the game is the game, and we try to give you all the best looks. Hope that that doesn't happen to any of the players that we're rocking with today, but it's all powered and sponsored by Daily Bread Media. We're currently live on Twitter at Calling the Shots. Hit the link up in the title if you want to jump over to the YouTube page to be featured in today's show. And so you get all the notifications when we produce all the live content, like paid for play tomorrow morning, Sunday morning QBs on Sunday. So you got your football shows coming up for the weekend, but let's get that extra weekend bankroll on some Friday night hoops. Prop, how you feeling today?
Feeling good, ready to start the weekend off with some profit, bro. That's the goal.
Sosa, it's a shame we ain't doing bread today because we can't talk about your new goat CMC, but
Whoa.
Sixers still suck.
You know what, man? Like I told people, I wasn't expecting us to win last night. New season, still trying to get acclimated to some new players. I heard some hot takes already about the about Harden and and Maxi playing the same position and it being an issue. Like, bro, like the fucking think pieces after 2 games have just are fucking terrible. I don't even know how to even take some of this stuff in, bro. Like, there's just so much bullshit being spewed already. Like I said, it's 2 games in. Like, chalk it back a little bit. It's just we just played 2 teams that were contenders for the championship last year. I I urge people to just chill out. You know what I mean? We get a couple of cupcakes here. Continuity will build. By Thanksgiving, nobody will remember what happened on opening night or last night, for that matter, in my opinion. So I'm not really stressing it very much. And yeah, in regards to CMC, I'm happy we got him, but this is a basketball show. I can't really show my actual high level of happiness for it. We'll talk more about that on Sunday.
I was about to say it takes the Lakers to going wild to get Mo to finally show up again. But we appreciate all of our subs out there from day one, or if today's your first episode, make sure to give us that like, retweet, follow, sub. In today's show, we're bringing in a decent amount of analysts so they can drop their best bets. We have the 3 minute and 30-second shot clock, but it's Friday. Some of us may already have a cold one crack, so we might be a little bit slow on the buzzer today. But is there anything that we want to get into before we bring in our first analyst?
I mean, I can get a couple of my looks out of the way, quick if we can. Listen, I'm running right back with Anthony Edwards. Poor shooting night to start the season. Obviously, game one, got the assist. We were on his assist. That was easy. 22 and a half. I like the number. I don't expect him to shoot so putrid again from the floor. And yeah, like that's my lead play of the night. I'm gonna rock with Minnesota. I'm gonna be betting a lot on this Minnesota team. I think they have an extremely high ceiling. They're a team that, in my opinion, could contend for a top 4 spot relatively easily in the West, in my opinion, based on the makeup of the roster and expected ascension of one Ant Edwards. I don't expect for him to have 2 bad games in a row. I know everybody's expecting the Rudy Gobert get back, which I think will possibly happen as well. Utah riding a high off of beating Denver the other night. Me personally, I'm rocking with Anthony Edwards over 22 and a half. I'm actually played it all the way up to 25, and that's at plus 140. And the other one is Golden State, Klay Thompson over 2.5 3-pointers at minus 108. I love the number. He only played 20 minutes in the first game. I expect him to get a little bit more run. I also look at the Nuggets, and I don't think that they offer that high level of defensive intensity that you would want to face against this Golden State team. I really like Klay to hit 3 threes in the context of their offense and have a great night. That's my full expectation.
Not a short expectation, but Rudy, outshowing or outscoring and outshowing up Cat in game 1. How many times are we going to get that this season?
I can't see that happening very often, but I am, I think he's a great fit in Minnesota. I think you're only going to see good things from Rudy. I mean, Connolly wanted to draft him when he was in Denver, so I think that I like the way the roster's gone, and I think that Rudy's going to go crazy. Prop, what do you liking to start the evening?
As far as the Jazz, I think Rudy will continue to outperform Cat on the glass, of course. That'll be like the one clear aspect of the game where Rudy clears him easily. I mean, Vanderbilt had games where he out-rebounded Cat last season too, so I think that'll continue. For me, my first play, I'm going with the Boston Celtics money line, sitting at a -130 on DraftKings. That was the best line I could find for it. The Heat, I mean, I was on them against the Bulls, came out, looked flat. I was disappointed in that. The Celtics came out, slow start against the Sixers, but they closed strong. The second quarter, Celtics, that thing continued from last season. The difference in this game to me is going to be the bench. I mean, the Heat with putting Hero in the starting lineup, it decreases the performance they're getting off the bench now. And I think that Boston, I think you'll probably come out and see a competitive first quarter, and then I don't know. I was leaning Heat here, Steven. It ain't happening, bro. Thanks for listening, though. No, I appreciate you, bro. But now, look, I like the Celtics though. I think that we'll see a competitive first quarter, and then Boston's second unit will take over in that second quarter, and then that Boston will kind of. I think it'll be a tight. I think it'll be a tight game, which is why the spread is what it is. But I think the Celtics got overall more talent and the better lineup. I think the Celtics get it done tonight. My next play, Therese Halliburton, to get a double-double. The best odds is sitting at +100 on BetMGM. I think the pace will be there playing against the Spurs. He covered it in both games as far as assists, he covered in both games that he faced San Antonio last season. I just expect that to continue. This Indiana offense, the struggle is going to be the defensive side. The offense, they're going to be they play freely. So I think Halliburton will continue to dish it. I think he'll score as well. And Buddy Hield is going to be the main benefiter of the Halliburton assist. So I think he gets a double-double tonight.
I like it. And to hit that point home even more, the highest total on the board tonight is the Pacers game. Sure, maybe it's only by a hook, but 3-point different at least than most of the rest of the games. But let's bring in our first analyst. Make sure you're like, retweet, follow, sub. And if you're nice enough and sharing the video, we appreciate that much more. We'll bring in our man, Canadian Cam, seeing if he can run back a solid night one, first appearance on the Daily Bread Media Network. But how are you feeling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am feeling good. You know, my Raptors took care of business. Like I said, we don't lose home openers, plain and simple. It was a decent first night, 3-3. Still made some minimal profit, but tonight we try and go a bit harder. Y'all kind of teed me up on a play. I wasn't going to make my first one, but you teed it up nice with all the Gobert chats. My first play, and just for the record, I look at DK, FD, and Bet365, so the number I'm giving you is the best number for those three books. Like I looked across all three books. And on right now on Bet365 on FanDuel, Gobert is over 13.5 at +100. Gobert averages 14 rebounds a game. He's been a dynasty player for me on fantasy for years. I've been tracking this dude. He just swallows boards. And keep in mind what's tonight. He's going back to Utah. We know there was a lot of chatter about him versus Donovan Mitchell. I like to look at narratives and stories. I have a feeling he's just going to absolutely crush Kelly Olynyk and everybody they throw at him on the boards. Cat's still not fully up to speed. I mean, when you lose that much weight from an illness, they've also pushed him out, right? That was always going to be a plan. They're pushing Cat out to the perimeter. The Gobert's enough and down low. So I think it's going to be a continuation. Anything under his average at plus money, got to take it. So +100 Gobert over that. My next one is a parlay, which I don't do often, but on DraftKings, it was JT. So Jason Tatum's in the Boston game. Jason Tatum over 22.5 plus Jaylen Brown over 20.5 +135. These dudes are balling. If you watch the game against Philly, I mean, it didn't even, people were talking about no defense play. It didn't really matter. They were hitting everything. And I think that's going to continue. They also, the average for JB against fucking Miami is 24 points. JT's a bit under on 17 points, but we were talking about it backstage. There's no PJ Tucker. Like, I don't know who's going to guard both these guys at the same time. Jimmy Butler can't be in two places at one. Kyle Lowry's cooked. That's coming from a Raptors fan. He's cooked. And Tyler Hero does not play defense. So both, like, straight up, let's be honest, he's going to get cooked out there. So these dudes are both going to go off. Those are alt numbers. So it gets you a little safety there just in case it gets out of hand. There is a thing on DraftKings. Sorry, I might take too long on this, but on DraftKings, I don't know if everybody has it. I know in Canada we have a boost on same game parlays. What I did, I'm not saying do this. If you want to, you can add 2 threes to each of them. You can go 2 threes each, and that brings it to plus 217. That's what I did, but the official is plus 135 for those 2 alt lines. But it's a good look if you want to do the boost. Tyler Hero, same game, over 2.5 threes at plus 120. The kid's a starter now. He said it. He thinks he's as good as the rest of that class. If you watch what he did in preseason, I know preseason is not a good barometer sometimes, but he followed it up right first thing in the first game, hitting those threes, hit 3. He's averaging over 3 through the last 4 or 5 games he's playing. That's at plus 120 for me. You'll always hear me give out any sort of 3 looks that are plus money that I find the line being a bit off. I think throughout the season, that line will move to be a minus, or it'll move to 3.5 because I think Tyler Hero is going to be splashing them. Jimmy Butler is going to get crowded tonight. And someone's going to have to hit shots, and it's not going to be my boy Kyle Lowry. FanDuel. This is on FanDuel. Jalen Green over 21.5 at minus 111. The kid had a rough start in the first game. That's all. That's cool. Doesn't matter. He just took 20 shots. He took 10 threes. He's going to do the same thing, but he's going to have that home cooking. 21.5 is too low. It's too low. Jalen Green's going to, for me this year, we're going to see a kid break out in his second year and be one of those premier scorers in the league. I just can't see. I look at 21.5. It's just too low for me. I got to bet it at minus 111. And then my last play is Isaiah Stewart. This is a weird one out of left field. But at 9.5 plus 110 to get 10 points. He's shooting threes now. He hits 2 threes, 1 3, whatever. He's their only post presence right now. There's no Marvin Bagley for Dwayne Casey to fuck up and put him in the rotation. He should not even sign a contract there. Isaiah Stewart, the paint is his. He's shooting threes. 9.5 is a very low point total for a guy who throughout the entire preseason basically eclipsed that. His first game put up 14, no problem. Cade and him have a good chemistry right now. For me, that's too low of a number. At plus 110, I had to take it, and that's on Bet365. So those are my plays, fellas. I know it's 6, but I feel really good about all of them. Did quite a bit of research. I'm on the back end a couple hours today looking across all the books. Like I said, those are the best numbers I found across all the books. So if you like those plays, oh wait, my bad. I almost forgot. I got one more, and it's obviously in the Raptors game. My bad.
I was about to say, are you scared?
No,
literally what I was waiting to ask you.
Here's the deal. I'm not scared, but I don't know what to expect from Brooklyn. Do any of us know if Brooklyn's good right now or bad? We don't know yet. We're not sure. They should be good, but I don't know. So what I'm taking for
– they have Hall of Famers.
Right? Okay, cool. So what I'm taking in that game is Pascal over 19.5. This is an alt line on DraftKings. And 1-3 made at minus 105. I kind of just went the easy route. His over is 22.3. That's his average. He's going to hit 20 points. He's going to get a 3. I found when it's my team, I tend to find the ones that I'm like, I feel real good about it. I don't typically miss when it comes to Raptors props, especially on the player points. I'm not trying to be braggadocious, but if you've ever listened to me or seen any of my plays that I give out, especially during the playoffs, the Raptors plays hit. So Pascal Siakam at minus 105, 19.5 points, 1-3. That's on DraftKings. Now I'm good.
6-pack and a roadie. I love it.
And a little bit of drink. You might see some pictures posted and land on Twitter. Got a wedding. Be dancing up. If these all hit, shit. Tweet's going to be ignorant.
Well, make sure you're tapped in with C_low77 on Twitter to make sure you're following and tapping in with all the content he's producing.
Respect.
Until next time, we appreciate you tapping in. Whew.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thought we were almost going to get through a whole segment without the Raptors talk right there, because we almost hit on every game on the slate so far today. Who we going to next? Let's go to McAfee next, and we'll bring him in to drop his best bets and plays of the day. How you feeling?
Man,
I'm good. Like you said, Friday. It's already got one poured here. So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers. I'm not no IPAs today.
No, I'm staying light. This is Miller Lite in the Guinness glass. So we got to pace ourselves. It's a long slate ahead here. So if I start drinking the heavy stuff, it could get out of it could get out of hand pretty quick.
Absolutely. Let's go.
So I loved all the looks like you guys talked about. Rudy Olajuwon is finally free. You know, he's out of Utah. He's out of Quinn Snyder's offense. Mitchell's not there, like ignoring him. So maybe he's that next 20 and 20 kind of guy, like on a nightly basis. He could fill it up. It looks like that's a great look. His points, his rebounds, his points and rebounds. I think that's all a good look. It'll be a popular one tonight. You guys didn't talk about Pelicans at the Hornets, which to me that one's going to be fun. This could get out of hand early. That's the one thing you got to worry about is like a blowout potential here. But man, they're soft down low. And
that's why I was afraid.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I was afraid of. Is like
Mason Plumlee
the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him. PJ, like, you know, he's got enough things going on in his personal life. Now he's going to have Zion coming down. It's just not good. Valanciunas should eat, great double-double candidate here. That's the biggest thing too. I mean, the Pelicans could go in there and score 130 points if they want to. And it's going to, do they want to? That's the biggest question. So hopefully you picked your right spot. CJ's assists continue to be a good look. I was looking at that again. My favorite play, you guys already touched on it. I love Jaylen Brown tonight. 23.5. I know we got to, I put that slip in. That's an official. For all the reasons you said, no PJ Tucker. Jimmy can't be everywhere at once. If it's Lowry, or Hero, Brown's going to be the one that has a good leg. He had scored 35 points and really didn't even have that great of a shooting night. So, to me, that's a good look. He cleared that easy in every game in Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm on that for sure. Tempted to be on Joker's points tonight. I think he had 17 potential assists or something crazy. But yeah, they continue to sell. It's like Joker assists and Luka assists. I got tired. I'm tired of losing those bets because the bums around them can't knock down shots. Now, the Nuggets are better with everybody healthy here, but to me, I think the Warriors just stay clamped up and try to let Looney and Wiseman do work on Joker and just say, hey, go ahead and score 40, big fella. We're going to take away all the shots. And so I think his points are a good look tonight, whereas most people want to look for a bounce back spot on his rebounds or assists. To me, it's a points play. A lot of good matchups here for sure. Interesting trend with Morant. I know he scored a ton of points. Bane's a little gimpy. So I saw people talking about potentially Morant points against Houston, but he goes under against them. It's kind of a weird trend. Like he always goes under on his points. So that was
he's 0-8 to that under.
Yeah, there you go, Prop God. You're right. 0-8 to the under. So I'd be careful on him tonight. I don't know how I'm going to attack that if I do or not.
What do you think though, Matt? Like a guy like him, right? Who's active on Twitter? You think he sees people tweeting that, right? And you know him, he likes to shut people up. It can kind of be the reverse, That's like the wild card with him.
Yeah, I think he could want to get that back. Like you're right. Like he's a guy who's plugged in. He's listening to the chatter. So I'm sure he's heard and seen that stat. It could be you could zig when everybody's zagging. People are kind of that stat is out there. So That could be a good pivot point. I'm interested to see, the Raptors and Nets. I'm always fascinated in Nets games. Does Kyrie get a bounce back game? You would think so. Joe Harris, what's he going to do in his first game back? I'm tempted to just ladder his threes. That dude gets to have 7 open threes a game, and if he's knocking him down early, he hits 2 in the first quarter. Like you're in business there. So with Kyrie, Katie, and now Ben Simmons on the floor too, you just got to stand there and hit that 3. So I think Joe Harris might be a good look for some 3 points tonight. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out and whittle this thing down. I want to do 2 same game parlays, and I think I might end up on the prime time or the nationally televised games and go with Celtics Heat and Nuggets Warriors. But I think it could be fun in some other games too. What are your guys' favorite looks?
Like I said, I'm heavy on Ant Edwards. I have one other play that I hadn't said yet. Hold on one second. I tweeted it out already. And the final play for me was Bradley Beal over 22.5. I'm running back a few things that just didn't hit in game 1, just because water finds its level, and just like you just had a couple of really weird beats. I mean, Bradley Beal plays the last 6.5 minutes, doesn't even attempt a shot or doesn't make a single shot. He goes 0 for 4. Klay Thompson only played 20 minutes. I'm not overextending myself. I only have 3. I do like Minnesota to win and cover, though. I think they win tonight rather handily. I don't think it'll be a close one. Like, that's really my main expectation. But other than that,
I want to fade the steam tonight.
Yeah.
I want to take the Bulls on the money line.
Yeah.
I know a lot.
I'm not trusting this Wizards team yet. I talked about it on their opening night. If it's Denny season at the small forward, sure, Levine's not there, but I think they have enough pieces. And sure, maybe they blew their load down in Miami and partied too hard after a good dub, but I don't know. I'll roll with the hot team. I'll take them on the money line at plus 120.
Yes,
yeah, I kind of like that a lot too. What do you guys think of in making anything out of Ben Caro and Murray drama? Like, I know they had beef in the offseason. You think there's going to be anything in that?
I don't think it's a thing. I think that people are trying to make it an emotional thing, and I don't think it's anything at all, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I think you'll see some motivation. I think Ben Caro points might be a decent look, but I guess we got a late call here and kind of figure out if who's going to be playing for the Magic. But because Cole Anthony's game time decision, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean that matters. To me, so a lot of these rookies, their lines are a little low. It's tempting to go ahead and jump in. You see 13.5s, 16.5s, and stuff like that. You're like, man, that's light work. If they're going to get 12 shots, you would think they have smashed that. But I still want to see a few lineups get finalized here. And damn, okay.
Make sure, again, anyone tuning in, make sure you guys are tapped in with Matt. I'm sure like the gambling Twitter is fully locked in. You hit what first opening night? You hit 1,001. Yeah,
we hit it back to back. Like opening night, we got one, and then the second night, we got one too. We missed last night. I was on holiday. The volume was obviously there, but he was a brick mason last night, so couldn't get there with that. And then we had a little sweat in the Laker and Clipper game. Most of the stuff got there. I needed a few more points from PG and a few more points from LeBron to bring home the cash. So I felt like I had good spots, but again, you got that variance where you want to. When I put them together, I look for volume. And I trust the volume, and so I'll see everybody always posting there. Oh, so and so selling. Yeah, hey, that's the problem. If the guy goes, 1 for 8 in the first half, we're pretty much dead, but we hope that he doesn't. So I put them together based on volume and kind of my projections and even allow for a slightly less than average shooting night. But so when a guy shoots 20, 30%, there's nothing you can do. You just got to say, hey, we'll get him tomorrow. So I think we'll bounce back tonight, though. Friday nights are always kind of special in the NBA.
Appreciate you as always taking time
man.
out, obviously, at McAfee. He's part of the Gold Boys Network. Appreciate you as always. Only officials, Jaylen Brown over 23.5. But again, stay tuned to his Twitter. I know he's always, blessing the timeline with a bunch of different angles all the time. So and other sports as well, not just the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, appreciate you coming up, bro.
Yes, sir. And who are we going to next? Who's next?
Jones.
Hey, Jones, what's good? My man said, I'm ready to go, bro. I've been waiting. I'm outside the barbershop right now. I don't have time for the bullshit.
Bro. I am. I gotta be there.
You posted the write-up, but nah, tell us what you want tonight, man. I'm gonna shut up.
No, you good. So today we're gonna run Halliburton over 17.5 points. Just against the Spurs, man. I think they're tanking, and there's just nobody that can hold them. It's gonna be a big year for him. He's gonna mesh in with this. He got a full summer with the Pacers now. So the chemistry's there. Him and Benedict are gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice little combo. He's covered this in 3 straight against the Spurs as well. So I love him to get 17.5. I think he'll get there. Next look, I like Trae Young over 11.5 assists and rebounds. I think he can get that alone in assists. Honestly, he has struggled in the past against the Magic, but I think the Magic are going to give him because the Hawks tend to play down. You know what I mean? So he'll get the minutes. Like, I'm not worried about him getting the minutes because they could potentially play down. And like people are saying blowout factor, but if you looked at the last game against Houston, I mean, he damn near had 8 assists in the first half. So I'm just looking for.
All right. Well, I think he's having some technical difficulties.
Am I good? What happened?
You're back. Yeah.
I cut out. Oh, okay, my bad. Did you hear the 11.5 then for the assist rebounds for Trae Young?
Yep, for Trae Young. Yep, we're here.
We got that, and then I'm on Kevin Porter Jr. Over 18.5 points as well. He's covered that line in 8 straight games. Looking at it, he just signed a contract extension, so absolutely loving for him to get 18.5. I think he gets upwards of 20. He'll have the volume. Like that's what I mean. Matt just talked about it, having the volume. So I like that. And then last play would be Tatum, 6 rebounds parlayed with Bradley Beal, 4.5 assists. So that's a -116. Beal's hit this number in 17 straight games, and then Tatum's hit this number in 15 out of the last 20. So.
All right.
Quick looks before getting a freshie.
I'm with you on Halliburton, bro. I took the double-double. Like you said, he's covered the points, but he's covered 10 assists in 2 straight against San Antonio too. So I think, he keeps it up.
Did you say my camera not on?
No, you're good.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. All right, bro.
No, I'm on the Halliburton move as well. He could have had what do you have, 21 possible assists the other night? Could have had
21 potential assists.
Yeah. So again, I'm all things Halliburton for sure. I think that he definitely brings out. He definitely comes out and plays well tonight. So I'm rocking with him for sure.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Jonesy Trent, appreciate you as always. I know you got some plays on the timeline. You and Tay's been doing some stuff together lately. Appreciate you as always. And we are on to Miguel Means. Where's Charm at? Yeah, I don't until I see Charm's camera come on. I gotta wait. We gotta wait for him. But we're bringing on next our boy Michael Means. I mean, he's on a bunch of different programming with us. He's always rocking with us from day one. I know he got some NBA looks. First time joining, calling the shots.
Is he a Lakers guy?
I don't know. Is he? I'm not sure. Yeah. Is he?
I'm like 70% Laker, 30% Warrior. I mean, I've been in the Bay so long to where it's like the Warriors is like my cousins. So
they try to put the pressure on you, make you claim the Lakers. Nobody want to claim that, right, bro? Come on.
I mean, I claim them when we get Buddy and Miles over here. Kobe turning in his grave right now, man.
Oh man, you ain't lying.
Don't cancel me, Fat. Don't do
that. But as you see the layout of what we do.
Appreciate you guys, man. Prop, what's up? Sos, of course. Rex, what's up? So yeah, there's been opportunities in these early games. One thing I've been on going back to 2018, Western Conference opponents when they play each other, and the point range is at 4 to 5.5. Your home favorite usually can't cover. They're 1-9 in the last since 2018. What two games have already fit that measurement? Well, last night the Lakers were at plus 5.5, right? They covered. Opening night, you had the Mavericks.
They lost by 6. Now they lost by 6.
They lost by 6, bro.
Okay, my bad. We should have bought the half point then. So also you had the Suns.
I'm not saying I had them or anything with the 5.5.
Suns and the Mavs. The Mavs were plus 4.5, and I believe the Suns covered that, right? So if we go with that criteria tonight, we go over to Phoenix and we got the Suns again. I'm sorry, who they playing tonight? And the Nuggets. I'm sorry. So it's the Nuggets at a plus 5. So if we keep rolling with that trend, that means we're looking at Denver Nuggets to cover that plus 5. So I like that over there. And then one thing I saw was the Spurs. The Spurs got 5 or 6 teenagers on their squad. You can't depend on teams like that in the early weeks. So I'm looking at Indiana to cover that. So I like the minus 1.5. With the Pacers, you get non-conference opponents. Spurs don't see them all the time, so you got a bunch of teenagers going up against a Eastern Conference team on the road. I just don't like the Spurs odds. And then, like I said, I like Dallas to cover tonight.
I like it. Nice, simple, quick. Oh, no one has touched. What's the one game that no one's touched so far?
The Rockets game.
Yeah, other than Jalen Green. We got the one play on the side, and then you finally hit on the Suns.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for me, anything in regards to the Blazers is to be determined. I don't know what to make of the roster yet. It's a bunch of moving pieces. Dame still doesn't look like he's 100% back. I will say that I was right about Shaedon Sharpe. He looks like he could have a very high upside. Athleticism, can really let it fly. Your prototypical Canadian baller.
Right.
Yeah, no, for real. Like he's like all these kids are coming. Him and Mathurin, bro. They're two Canadians that are just
that's real. Yeah, you told me.
The books are clearly scared of Mathurin. They won't even fucking put him on the. They won't even give you a price on his numbers because like they don't know how to price it. They don't know if it should be 12.5 because he's a rookie or 20.5 because he just can go off. I think that's the guy who sportsbooks, as far as like the rookies go, is more scared of. I don't think anybody's surprised that maybe we're a little surprised that Paolo put up 25 plus to start his career, but I still think that like sportsbooks weren't expecting him to come close to dropping a dub opening night. I don't think anybody expected that. That's never the anticipation for any rookie.
No, I really liked Mathurin. A lot of times when Sosa be like on the program, I kind of line up a lot of times with like a lot of his looks on the players and everything. But bro, Mathurin is a problem, man, for real.
Bro, the only issue is the foul streak. Like if Mathurin can hit threes, ain't nothing you can do with him because the freak athleticism is there. And I also think he's a worker. These guys work. He puts the work in. I think he's going to be something special.
Bro, imagine Canada in the Olympics in a few years, man. Like
he's going to be something nice, bro.
Bro, they got some monsters. That's real.
Perfect fit alongside Halliburton. But like I've mentioned before, the Pacers are going to be at a crossroad at some point in this season, whether they want to be in the Wembanyama Olympics or whether they want to try to make a run for that 10 that playing area. I think that they're one of those teams that could fit the criteria of that. And honestly, if they don't hide the tank and they get a Wembanyama to go at what they got, I think they could be they're potentially built pretty well. I like the point guard. I actually like Buddy Hield with Halliburton. I think they fit each other's games pretty well. It's just there's not an exorbitant amount of talent across the board on the roster, which is not going to allow them to be good now. But they're going to be. They have some young pieces that I could see, like if you put a superstar with, they can make some noise knees. Respectfully, I do believe that. And I think Carlisle got a lot left in the tank too. I think he's a much better coach than what I'm saying. When people are
get Palinka on the phone so we can snatch up Buddy and Palinka, man, and get this.
They're not giving y'all talent for us, man. Cut it out,
bro. Ain't nobody trying to help Lakers. That's
real.
real.
Shit out, dog.
Ain't nobody.
Y'all have to deal with that soap opera. Call it General Hospital, whatever the fuck y'all want. The Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, whatever soap opera you want to identify with the Los Angeles Lakers, go ahead and do it. The old and the sleepless, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's gonna be a TV. It's gonna be a made-for-TV Lifetime film. The basketball.
Yeah, this ain't. This is gonna be a long ass year, man. The only thing we got riding with Westbrook is if you acquire Westbrook, you can come off of that contract next year. So that's the main thing we got with him. But I don't know, man. Look how sad I am today.
It's okay. Just enjoy the projects. People forgot what Pico and Fig looked like before Staples. But I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there with you. I'm not gonna go there with you though. I don't think people forget. It's where we at right now.
You a fool. You a fool.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You a fool.
Look nothing like that. Nothing like that. Hell Live. What the fuck? Ask your pops about what that place looked like.
So's crazy.
It's crypto.com now. See, they even hide the name. Staples don't even exist. The crypto.
Bro, look. You used to go down for Laker games, right? And it'd be popping, right? Man, you go down there now, it's like.
I mean, it's still popping. You know
it popped, but not like that. Like, bro, I go get me some bacon hot dogs and go right back home, man. Like, that's it.
Hey, man, listen. At the end of the day, the whole season, all the LeBron stands are going to be able to say, but LeBron had a good game every time they lose. So
it's brainwashing to us. Like LeBron owns downtown, all the billboards, all the like advertisements, like his face all over the place. So.
Hey man, he need to give up whoever installs that lace front. But that's he can do the ladies in the hood a full justification, bro. If you could just tell him where he gets that install from weekly. I mean, he makes somebody rich as fuck.
You gotta watch out, so LeBron will come take the show, man. He'll come cancel the show, bro. Can't talk loud about him.
Hey, I heard it. It's just like the time you try to sue somebody about having a conversation at the barbershop as a TV show.
Yeah. You
remember we did that dumb shit? We're the only barber. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Well, Mike, we'll see you again on Sunday for Sunday morning quarterbacks for your Patriots talk. So make sure you're tapped in with us then. And all the content he produces out there.
Shout out to Zappy too.
Hey, shout out to your mans. Right. We got to make sure we gave him his just due. But yeah, man, another Friday in the books. I'm excited about what's going on next. I'm excited for this NBA season. We're just getting started here at Calling the Shots. And yeah, let's go crazy. Let's make some motherfucking money. Prop, send us home, man.
I did have another plus money look. I'm gonna send y'all out with it's plus money prop all October. Mm-hmm. I got Aaron Gordon 4 rebounds, parlay with Andrew Wiggins 4 rebounds, and the Warriors money line. I think that's sitting at a plus 135, something like that. Aaron Gordon, I think we like Matt said. I think that was Matt. It could be a good game for Joker to bounce back. Rebounds against the Warriors. I'd rather take Aaron Gordon. He's covered it. I want to say he's gotten 4 rebounds. I want to say in 13 straight games dating back to last season. That's including matchups with the Warriors in that series. Wiggins has been consistent on the boards, covering up to 7 rebounds dating back to the playoffs too. So I think he continues to be consistent on the glass, asking for 4 rebounds from guys who played, 30 to 35 minutes plus. So I think that's attainable for both of them. Wiggins has no minutes limit concern as far as the Warriors. I think it's just Draymond and Clay. And I think the Warriors win the game. The Warriors are the better team. They're a deeper team. The Nuggets, they looked horrible against the Jazz. I don't think they'll look that bad, but the Warriors are the cream of the crop. That's why I think they'll go back-to-back. And I definitely think they win tonight. So plus 135 on that. This has been Calling the Shots. I appreciate y'all coming up, spending y'all time with us on this Friday. Hopefully y'all make some cash with us, and we'll be back again on Tuesday.